Right now at 6, a train derails near DeSoto. Emergency officials and BNSF workers are on scene getting cars off the tracks and out of the river. And as the Mississippi reaches a flood crest, a business on French Island is thankful for community help keeping her in business.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emergency crews from Crawford County and the state are working with BNSF near Ferryville after a train derails just after noon today. News 8 Now's Dua Israr is live from Ferryville with the very latest. Dua.
Ken, yeah, so this train derailment happened right near Highway 35 in DeSoto. If you take a look behind me, you're going to see crews that are still working, and even some of the train cars that derailed. If we take a look right over here, those trucks have been pouring rocks and sand in that specific area for quite some time now. We're still waiting on additional information as to why that's happening, but even further down the line, we have first responders lined up, and they've been here since about noon this morning. There are roughly 4 people who were injured, and so far we know that their injuries are not life-threatening. Now here's a little bit of additional information that we've received from Crawford County Emergency Management. 20 cars went off the track around noon. 2 of those train cars fell into the water. There is a boat rescue operation happening to contain those 2 train cars, and that's called booning. It's to prevent those cars from drifting further down into the Mississippi. Now, we have been told that isn't a concern right now, and the cause for this train derailment is still unknown.
These rail tracks that have come through this area were significantly above the water, where the water levels were throughout this flooding process.
There were hazardous materials on the train, including paint and batteries. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is on scene, and we have been told again by Crawford County Emergency Management that while those are hazardous materials, it is not a danger to the public or to wildlife. Now, this isn't the first time that BNSF has had a train derailment in this area, in this general area. That happened before in 2016, where 6 rail cars derailed, and that was because of flooding. Now, as Myrie said, this specific railway was several feet above water, so we are still unsure about what caused this train derailment, but we do know that these crews are working really hard to kind of clean up this debris. We've seen claws come in and pick up some of that debris. They've actually moved quite a bit since the last time we saw this specific situation, so they are working around the clock, and we did see some lights coming in, so there is some suggestion that they may work through the night. Now, we are expected to have some additional information relayed to us shortly in a couple of minutes, and that will include a statement from BNSF. So we'll have that, and we'll check right back in with you guys. Reporting live in DeSoto, Dua Israr, News 8 Now. Ken, back to you.
Dua, thanks very much. Now, Wisconsin's 3rd District Representative Derek Van Orden sent out a statement about the derailment, saying he has started coordinating with federal, state, and local officials as well as BNSF. He says his staff is traveling to the site, and the chair of the Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee has also made staff available. We're still keeping an eye on flood levels as the Mississippi River may crest soon. For the latest, let's head over to Eric.
Tell you what, the Mississippi River has dropped a couple notches since the last hour.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get these totals right now. Wabasha is seeing 16.11 feet. This is new data as of the top of the hour. Go down to Minnesota City, 663.95. We go down towards the Winona area, checking in with 18.32. Over towards Trempealeau, 650.71. Down towards the La Crescent area, 644.52. We're now at 15.72 in La Crosse. We were at 15.75 at the last hour. We go down to the Lansing area, 19.58 feet. Over towards Lynxville, 630.24. And then down towards the McGregor area, 22.86 feet. So here's the latest on the Mississippi River in La Crosse. We're sitting at 15.72 feet. By the 29th, it's going to go down to 15.3 feet. It'll go to 14.6 by May 1st. And then May 4th, it drops down to 13.9 feet. The good news is the next 6 to 10 days, as well as the next 8 to 14 days, keep us drier than normal, so we have a chance to kind of clear out some of the flooding concerns. Numbers for today, hey, we were in the 60s, even low 70s towards Boscobel. Not bad in terms of temperature. We'll repeat that as we go into tomorrow. Right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 50s towards Ladysmith. That's a rain-cooled 54 degrees. Otherwise, 60s from Eau Claire down to Prairie du Chien. Now, coming up in the first warn forecast, we're going to talk rain chances this weekend. We're going to go from highs in the 70s to highs going back into the mid-40s, only to go back up into the 60s again. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, a little bit of that.
Yep.
Eric, thanks very much. All right, back on the news side of things this evening, as businesses continue working around flood damage, one bar in French Island was able to get help from some of their own customers. News 8 Now's Anna Fisher joins us live in studio with the details. Good evening, Anna.
Good evening, Ken. Located right on the water, the River Rat Bar on French Island could have been shut down due to the flooding. But thanks to some local customers, the bar's outdoor seating was saved. The outdoor tables, chairs, and umbrellas normally sit a lot lower on the docks and would have been swept away by this year's high water. Several customers with welding experience raised the dock's poles another 8 to 10 feet, avoiding potential flood damage. One of the bar's owners says the situation has given her a new awareness of Mother Nature.
It makes us very mindful how powerful the river is, and you know, the precautions that we all have to take. Everybody around here has been really diligent as far as pitching in and helping each other, and you know, all the different flood prevention things that have been put in place in the area have, you know, it could have been a lot worse.
And the owner says they can't wait for the water to recede so they can get customers back outside. Ken?
Sure makes sense. Thanks very much, Anna. We will have more about the recovery efforts on French Island coming up tonight at 10. In the meantime, a family is asking for the public's help finding a missing DeSoto man. According to family members who reached out to News 8 Now, Troy Mellum has been missing since Tuesday. He was last seen at the Pronto gas station in DeSoto that afternoon. He is 5'9" and has brown graying hair. Family says he likely doesn't have a phone with him. Officials with the Vernon County Sheriff's Office confirmed there is a missing person report. If you see Mellum, report it to law enforcement. The National Weather Service is updating mayors from cities across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa on the current flood status. Forecasts are pointing in the right direction, as Eric alluded to. Experts say the Mississippi is past its crest upstream of La Crosse, but downtown crests are still to come. The large snowmelt from up north is also winding down, and any remaining snowpack isn't projected to contribute to the crest. Areas from the Twin Cities stretching down to La Crosse should see lower level on the river soon, but response teams will still be closely monitoring the river levels in case the forecast changes. Wisconsin Republicans are releasing a new proposal to use state surplus money to fund local governments. The plan would send 20% of all state sales tax revenue to local governments. That amounts to a $227 million increase to a shared revenue system that has had payments capped since 2004. The frozen program had meant more local communities had to go to referendum to ask people to pay more in property taxes to cover critical services like law enforcement, fire, EMS, and public works. Representatives announcing the news in La Crosse today say the plan fills a major need.
And that's why I think this is so critical, especially for all the people who require all these services. It touches all of us.
Governor Evers had also supported sending more state sales tax revenue back to local governments, so the bipartisan measure would seem likely to make it in the next state budget. Still ahead, we are waiting to hear more from officials about the train derailment near Ferryville. We will have the latest coming up after weather.
Three-time ACM Entertainer of the Year and 8-time Grammy Award-winning superstar, Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood in concert. Live at the Treasure Island Amphitheater, Friday, July 21st. Get tickets now at TICasino.com. For more, visit CarrieUnderwoodOfficial.com.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Officials have now gathered for a press conference on that train derailment near Ferryville. Crawford County Emergency Management is talking right now, and we have a listen in.
And bear with us as we clean this up. Is there any questions for me?
What caused this derailment?
At this time, it is still being investigated.
Does it have anything to do with flooding?
I cannot make that determination at this time.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's been happening over there? I've been seeing the rocks and the sand go in and out for several hours now.
So right now, BNSF is creating a way to clean up this cars, and they're building right now access ways to be able to get the cars out of that hazardous area.
Is there a booning process taking place that is helping prevent other material and debris from going into the riverways?
Yes, they are currently booning, and that has to do with the diesel fuel that the engines have, and they are trying to recover everything, but there is no hazardous amounts at this time.
Do you know how many cars went into the water?
It is unknown at this time how many cars.
And there was a train derailment back in 2016. You know how far this is from where that happened, and that was caused by flooding. That sounds like after a rain event. Do you know if this is the same area, stretch of track where that happened?
It would be further north where that happened, not the same stretch of track. That had to do with a bridge. I was the director of emergency management during that, and that was a flooding due to one of the bridge accesses on that rail line.
We know definitely that the hazardous materials, the batteries and so forth, are on the cars that derailed?
Yes. The ones that we have control of is where any of the batteries would be. So at this time, we're not concerned about any hazardous to the public.
So the batteries didn't go into the water?
No, the batteries have not went into the water.
How many crews are on scene to help with this effort?
So outside of all of the BNSF different assets and private contractors they brought in, I would estimate about 20 to 30 different agencies that did respond.
There was one person who was hurt, it sounds like, was the initial report. Do we have a status update on that person?
Not at this time, no status update.
Do we know whether they were all crew members or what was the status of people hurt?
All 4 that were transported were crew members, and they were transported for a medical evaluation.
To the cross?
I am not unaware of where they went.
How would you characterize this to the public and for people who live nearby that are concerned about what is happening here?
I can tell you that the community response has been nothing short of amazing. This many volunteer fire departments, volunteer EMS agencies coming at this fast and setting up incident command was nothing short of phenomenal. The public that is concerned, I can tell you BNSF is very careful during this, and they continue to do all of their inspections that they continue to do.
Do you know why the train was going despite flooding anyway?
I cannot answer that.
Your thoughts about this?
I think that...
And again, that is Mark Myrie from Crawford County Emergency Management. Dua Esrar spoke with him earlier today. Now, he did say that they can't confirm whether flooding is at fault here like the 2016 flood, although when we spoke with him earlier, courtesy of Dua, he mentioned that that area around the tracks had been well above water levels. So still some developing information, but again, the hazardous materials currently contained, and that presents no threat to the public or wildlife. We will have more from that press conference and an update on the recovery process coming up tonight at 10. In the meantime, let's switch things over and talk some more flood stages, where things sit around river cresting with Eric Dean.
Right, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. The good news, and we discussed this a few minutes ago, is that the river levels are starting to go down. Slowly but surely, but they are starting to go down. Take a look here at the radar scan right now. For the most part, we have a clean sweep across the majority of the Coulee region. You go across portions of Chippewa County going into Rusk County, you can see a line of rain pushing its way through at this hour. Other than that, we have a clean sweep. Now, when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 40s and even upper 30s will greet you. Upper 30s over towards Boscobel, otherwise low to mid 40s from Ladysmith down to Prairie du Chien. The rain chances will start to pick up as we go into your overnight hours, starting with our northern zones. Then as we take a look here at Friday afternoon, maybe a stray shower or two, but then by the evening hour, as you start your weekend, rain chances will really be on the increase, and they'll dissipate as we go into the overnight hours of Friday going into Saturday. Speaking of Friday, we'll see temperatures going back into the 70s. Again, we'll start the day off with partly cloudy skies. The clouds will pick up in the afternoon hours. The rain chances will start to pick up in the evening and overnight hours, and then they'll dissipate just in time for Saturday morning. Highs, though, in the 60s and 70s, upper 50s, low 60s towards our north zone. So we take a look here at how we get to 70. We'll start the day off with a temperature of 52 degrees by 8 a.m. We'll go to 70 by the 2 o'clock hour, and then upper 50s by the 6 o'clock hour. The rain chances really start to ramp up, though, as we go into the, let's say, 4 to 6 o'clock time frame. Then that trend will continue as we go into the latter part of the evening. Outside right now, we're sitting at 68 degrees in La Crosse. We have cloudy skies out there. Feels like 68. Winds are out of the south at 13 miles per hour. Humidity is sitting at 31%. Eau Claire, you're a little bit cooler. You're at 61 degrees. It feels like 61 out there. You have mostly cloudy skies. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. So here's your setup. So you see this low pressure system right here. This is the one I was talking about. That's going to bring in the rain chances as we go into your Friday and Saturday. We'll see a series of low pressures push through. The first one will bring the rain in Friday, Saturday. The second one will bring in the rain Saturday going into Sunday. And you can see it right here on Sky Tracker. Here's number one. You can see it pushing its way through here Friday going into your Saturday. This is what's going to drop the temperatures first, and then another one will push its way through, dropping the temperatures again for your Sunday, with highs only going into the 40s. So after we get past Sunday, we have a stray shower or two Monday morning, and then we clear out as we go into your weekend, or the first part of next week, I should say. So the first one forecast for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, calm and cool. Overnight low in the mid-40s with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The next 8 days, here we go. We go back into the 70s for tomorrow. We go to 55, the double nickels on Saturday, mid-40s for Sunday, upper 40s for Monday, back into the mid-50s for Tuesday. Tuesday through Friday, we have mostly sunny skies. We'll see temperatures going back into the mid-60s for Wednesday and Thursday, and that trend continues to start next weekend with partly cloudy skies. Not a bad second half to the work week next week, if you will, but we've got to get past this rain chance this weekend.
All right, Eric, thanks very much, bud. Coming up later, preparing for the future in Vernon County, the Aging and Disability Resource Center helped give people the tools they need to plan for home care, finances, and more.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially when it comes to great deals on premium lawn care products. Like Scott's Turf Builder Lawn Food, just $49.99 after sale and mail-in rebate. Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed is also on sale, $69.99 after rebate. New at Blaine's, save $15 on Scott's Turf Builder Sun and Shade Mix Grass Seed. Plus, rewards members get a free $15 gift card with $100 spent on Scott's products.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, People on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you
All throughout the day.
all day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
A Vernon County Resource Center is linking area seniors with long-term care options. The Aging and Disability Resource Center of Vernon County hosted its second annual senior fair this morning at the county fairgrounds. Over 50 vendors set up displays offering in-home services, financial services, and more for those seniors, those with disabilities, as well as their caregivers. The Vernon County Health Department even offered health and wellness screenings. If you or someone you know missed out on the fair today, you can contact the Aging and Disability Resource Center at the number on a full screen that we also have attached to our website, news8000.com. Coming up in sports, shocking loss for the Bucks last night, season abruptly ending. Plus, two MVC rivals taking advantage of the warmer weather this afternoon on the Circle. Rob is in next.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Cooley Carpet is here to help you with the spring cleaning sales event.
Save 20% on Perfect Pet carpet styles, and they'll move the furniture for free. Select vinyl plank and hardwood are on sale.
And all estimates are free during the spring cleaning sales event at Cooley Carpet Center.
Hey Nick, want your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Well, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that GNT can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on GNC to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about GNC heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
GNT, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to GNT.
It's big, really big. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we are overstocked on some of our best brands and most popular styles. That means big savings for you. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine.
Visit hometownchevy.com.
Cooley Carpet is here to help you with the spring cleaning sales event.
Save 20% on Perfect Pet carpet styles, and they'll move the furniture for free. Select vinyl plank and hardwood are on sale.
And all estimates are free during the spring cleaning sales event at Cooley Carpet Center.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The high school spring sports season's finally hitting its stride. The weather's been great this week. The athletes taking advantage of it. And we'll start with an MVC showdown on the softball circle. Vikings and Hilltoppers squaring off in Onalaska. Holman putting up a 3-spot in the first, and Marcy Jacobson keeping it that way. The junior getting out of a big jam in the bottom of the first. Then it's Jacobson getting another strikeout to end the second. And Jacobson not only doing it with her arm, but with her bat as well. Look at this shot. Jacobson crushes it to left. That's not coming back. A 2-run blast for the junior puts Holman up 5. That was the score in the third. We'll have a final later on tonight. Surprising news out of UW La Crosse. After 6 seasons with the Eagles, head basketball coach Ken Dernbach is moving on. Dernbach will take over the basketball program at UW Stevens Point. the spot where he was an assistant before coming to lacrosse. In 6 seasons at UWL, Dernbach won 99 games, leading the Eagles to 2 NCAA tournament appearances. All eyes will be on the NFL draft tonight as the first round kicks off in just about a half hour from now. Packers with a big decision to make in round 1. Green Bay moving up 2 spots in the Rodgers trade. Packers get the 13th pick. Are they going O-line? Are they thinking receiver? Maybe some help on the defensive side? We'll see. Vikings also with a big decision tonight. They select at 23. On the hardwood, it was a painful night for Bucs fans as the top seed in the East could not get the job done in a do-or-die Game 5 at home. Milwaukee needing a win to keep its season alive, but with just 2 seconds left in regulation, the Heat executing this play perfectly, and Jimmy Butler does what he's done all series. That bucket forcing overtime. Miami knocks off the Bucs in shocking fashion, 128-126. After the game, Giannis was asked if this season was a failure. Here's what he had to say.
There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's gonna win. And this year, somebody else is gonna win. Simple as that. We're gonna come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have a 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball. You know, and hopefully we can win a championship.
That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
Meet a doctor who connects all the dots. Oftentimes, people with low back pain, knee pain, or hip pain don't even recognize that it's actually coming from their feet. Their feet? For real? Absolutely, 100%. It can have a domino effect because their foot and their ankle aren't supported properly. Their whole body is out of whack. Getting back into whack? Good Feet arch supports could help. Keeping your body in good alignment, that can go a long way. Come in for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Protect vehicles, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Solutions. We carry a great selection of easy-to-assemble canopies, shelters, and garages that hold up against the elements. Store your tools, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Sheds from Menards. Right now, get a 10 by 12-foot round-top shelter for only $279.99 after 11% rebate. Saving all your outdoor storage needs with help from Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
The next 8 days keeps us in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, rain chances pick up again in the afternoon and evening hours. Then we cool off again for Sunday and Monday.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric, and thanks for watching tonight at 6. Enjoy the draft if you're so inclined. We'll see you at 10.